Hello and welcome back to Wireman Swimsy. We are going to make another card using the Spotlight on Nature bundle. So I've also used the Delightful Florals designer series paper in the background. I haven't done anything with a folder or anything on this piece because the background is very busy and I've got quite busy things here, so I just added some bling. I used the dark berry burst and light berry burst, and then the dark bubble bath on the flowers, and I'm going to just use the light berry burst and the bubble bath on the flowers in the video. And the Dear Friend stamp looks like this, but by masking and stamping twice, I was able to get the greeting into the circle shape. So I've already done some of the pieces for the card already, but I will do the coloring, the blending, and I will do the masking for the card. So I've got a berry burst card base, and I'm just going to put my designer series paper down like this. Line it up so it's even, and then drop it down, and then that's one less step. I'm just going to pop that up there so I've got it for reference. When I cut out the mat for behind the flowers and the mat behind the greeting, this is going to be covered. So I just cut the two out at the same time. So I'm not using a second piece of paper. So that's got that done. Let's go ahead and do the greeting. So I need my berry burst. Just gonna push some things out of the way. We'll talk about the ribbon in a bit. So let's go ahead and do the ribbon, or do the greeting. Now I know that I need to be in the center of this piece of paper. It's just a scrap of paper. And I'm going to take my stamp and I'm going to mask off the part that says Dear. I'm just going to make sure I'm tucked right down so I don't cut any of the friend off. And then I'm going to ink it up. And then I'm going to peel the masking off. And I'm just going to stamp this down like that. So all I've got is the friend. I'm going to bring my cleaner in. And then I'm going to take a different piece of mask because the other one has ink on it. And I'm just going to mask off friend like that. And then I can ink it up, peel off the mask, and stamp this down like that. And we've got Dear Friend done as a stacked greeting instead of a straight greeting. So we're just going to let that dry and then I will cut it out. But we're going to color in our flowers. And I've used the the Stylish Shapes squares to do the greeting, or do the picture itself. So I'm just going to take my light berry burst and I'm going to come in and I'm going to follow those lines. Very similar to how I've used the blending pens, the Stampin' Blends on other ones, and just coming in like that on that one. Now I'm going to come in with the bubble bath and I'm just going to color all the way over top. It just gives the flower a bit more of a two-tone kind of variegated feel, and by coloring over it, it really kind of blends it all together. So we're just going to come in and do this one. I am not fabulous at coloring. I look at some of the cards made and I'm amazed at the artistic ability of some of the cards that are created. I don't have that. That's why I use stamps. But I really appreciate the talents of some of the creators out there. Going to come in with the light Granny Apple Green and just fill in those leaves just like that, and then And like that. Just finish coloring them all in. I'm trying to go quickly but carefully, so sometimes that works and sometimes it doesn't. So just filling that in. And there we go. Like that. I am going to come in with the pen end and just do that stem. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So we've got our flower all colored in. I'm actually going to come in again and just do a little bit more of this. Just blend it around a little bit more. There we go. Okay. So I am going to pop this down. I'm putting it on an angle because we don't want that straight edge to go straight onto the roller. And we're going to just cut it out. We're going to do it like this. Just going to pop that down like that. And it depends how you stamp the flower. If the flower was stamped more like this, you'd get more of, you'd get different pieces of the flower in. So you can also stamp it down and then run the die, like just hold the die over it just to see how you'd get the most out of that. So I'm just going to run that through and pull that out. There we go. And I just use sticky notes to hold things in place. So there we've got that piece. So I'm just going to pull this out and I'm just going to put some adhesive in each of the corners like that. And center it and drop it down. Let's fix those corners in. And there you can see we haven't wasted any of our paper. And I'm overlapping these. I did put adhesive in the corners, but I'm overlapping the dimensionals on the back of this, just so I've got that kind of double check. So we can adhere this down now. So peel these off, knowing that we need room for that, for the greeting circle at the bottom. So we're going to pop this over to the side and closer to the top. Like that. Now we need to cut out, if you've got a mini stamp and cut and emboss, you can use that. I've just got my big one out at the moment. So centering this in here like this. There we go. And again, using that sticky note to hold it down. And we'll run that through. And then we can pop that up. We're going to flat mount the greeting to the background. And then we're going to dimensionalize that piece as well. And the ribbon is the white ribbon from the set. It's in the catalog. It's white and the petal pink, and it comes in a 2-pack. So I've just taken that and I've colored it with my light Stampin' Blends in the Berry Burst. It actually gives it a really nice, interesting texture as well. So that's how I did the ribbon. Okay, and so I'm just going to pop these little extra bits out. Get my little pokey tool and pop those out. Okay, and pop that away. This gets flat mounted like this, right in the middle. Oh, and I was just a little bit shy on the bottom there, but that's not a big deal at all. And I'm going to take a dimensional. I'm putting the dimensional on the bottom because I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive because this is already dimensionalized. so I don't need to dimensionalize it again. And that is going to pop up there like that. So again, one thing you need to make sure of is that you've got enough room when you stamp this, you've got enough room to cut it out. And then we're going to take an adhesive dot, put it on the back of the bow, and just pop that right down there like that. And we're going to take our Purple Fine Shimmer gems, and we're going to use the Berry Burst ones, and we're just going to add a little bit of bling. So we're going to pop one down here, and one, why should we do one? We'll do one here, and then one here, and if we can pick one up, we'll do one down here. So that is another card using the Spotlight on Nature stamp set and dies, adding in the Stylish Shapes dies and some of that ribbon and the Shimmers gems, as well as the Delightful Floral Designer Series paper. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.